How's it going, ladies and bruises? I'm Bobby Sixkilla. Welcome back to How Stories Die. We're going to continue our Haruka route, which seems to be, from what I can tell, definitely on the way to a good end, or a final end, if nothing else. But we lost Jinsei, unfortunately, in the last episode, which was huge. That was really bad. But we also killed Nam, so that was really good. Whatever. I woke up on the floor. I touched my forehead, and it was like I put my hand under a waterfall. The hot sweat covered my entire body. I suddenly realized how heavy my breathing was. No, I don't think I'm sick. So why am I sweating like crazy? Maybe because of a dream? Or more specifically, a nightmare. But for a nightmare to affect my body so much, it must have been a special kind of nightmare. Well, I don't have time to brood over nonsense like this. There are more urgent mysteries, like Haruka. Something really weird happened in the mansion. The face Haruka made after I accused her of killing Jinsei. She was truly surprised and confused for a moment, like she was when she lost her memories before. And then she acted like the complete opposite of what I thought she would do. That total change in her behaviour. So that side still exists. The Haruka I met in Alteria is still alive, and she loves me too. There's still hope, but that sudden change in her, it's almost like a double personality. And dissociative identity disorder was proven a number of times to be just an urban legend. Yes, I remember. Nah, double personalities were proven to be false multiple. Fuck. It was the logical Haruka who told me that dissociative identity disorder was non-existent. Of course she lied to cover it up. Someone knocked on the door, but I was too caught up with my own thoughts to notice. Why would she want to hide her other personality? Or maybe she actually believes that. I tried putting the pieces together in my head. The traitor, Malik's death, the syringes in the carriage, Haruka's weird sleep schedule, the meeting with the invisible traitor. After all, it was agreed that Malik's death was to cover up the traitor. Haruka killed Malik. The traitor is a more important person than an arm. The door was opened with great force. Dude, if you're here, then say so. I almost wrecked the door. Sorry, Mr. Door. Yo, what's with the gloomy face? Is it about Brother Jinsei's death? Sister Haruka told me what happened. That bastard arm killed Jinsei while you didn't pay attention. Is that what Haruka told you? Yep, why? Is there anything wrong with that? Huh, your face is like an open book. It was a lie, right? Haruka probably killed him. I may be an idiot, but I can read people pretty good, especially people I personally know. How can you say such a thing so casually? The real question is, why are you taking it so hard? You're here to save your kingdom, right? You shouldn't care if some demon rando dies. The safety of your people should be your number one concern. Yeah, but Jinsei wasn't a rando, he was our friend. As the Prince of Alteria, you have a responsibility towards your kingdom. You're right, but my head hurts so much to try and figure out what I truly want. By the way, what about you? Me? Why do you want to kill the Demon King? Well, promise me you won't be disappointed. It isn't some heroic mission to save the people of my kingdom or some optimistic ideology. I just think the king is the biggest arsehole in the world. But Sister Haruka is an arsehole too. Well, yeah, but on a much smaller scale. Killing someone there, tormenting someone here, small stuff. But, and I'm saying this from an objective point of view, so don't judge me. At least the Demon King is kind to his underlings. I think he won't ever betray them. That's right, because if Jinsei wasn't there, it would have been me being Haruka's sacrifice. All his comrades, they're willing to fight and die for him. They became arms on their own will. Malik even let himself be stabbed to death by Haruka for the king. So even though his mission is to exterminate every human... Wow, his mission is to kill every human? That makes me hate him even more. What do you mean he slaughtered everyone in all human kingdoms but Alteria? I think you need to check your sources, man. We have like a ton of human slaves at fields in the Purgatory. Like tens of millions of them. They're forbidden from leaving Purgatory. It's like a huge work camp. What? I totally thought that they... I mean, that's what everyone said back in Alteria. And Toshiaki said that too. He said that the war caused a lot of death and that's why he wants to stop it. I think he meant that the battles are full of death, like, we have tons of human slaves. Oh. Well, that doesn't matter. Slavery is a little worse than death. Anyway, the king is a huge douchebag. That's why we need to kill him. Oh yeah, killing the Demon King. That reminds me. I was about to call you for a meeting. We need to plan our next step now that all the arms are dead. It's finally the moment we worked so hard for. Woohoo! Alright, I'll be coming in a second. It's me, Mario. Have you told Sister Haruka and Brother Toshiaki yet? Sister Haruka is already there. And Brother Toshiaki, he just told me to fuck off. Rather rude. Yeah, too busy with his preparations or whatever. Preparations? Yeah, that's how he phrased it. Well, see you there. Izo almost destroyed the door again on his way out. Try to be careful. Okay, I guess I'm going for that meeting too. On the way out, I stepped on some weird goo. Yikes, what the hell is this slime? That wasn't here before. Where'd it come from? And it feels familiar too, like I've already touched that slime somewhere. Never mind. I shake the slime off my leg and exit the door. Don't tell me that's one of the arms. That's the water guy. As I walked in the dark corridor, a familiar figure approached from behind me. Brother Horace, good, just the person I wanted to see. What do you want? Come after me, I need to tell you something. Fuck that! You're the one I think is the traitor. No, I don't trust you. I see, congratulations. You officially completed your transformation. What do you mean? I was hoping to talk to you before you were consumed by her. You don't trust me. You don't trust any of your comrades. You became just like her. It's not true, I trusted Jinsei. Forget it, you're a lost cause. Just stay out of my way. Finally that creepy old nutjob left. Don't come to me in my dreams. I walked out of the corridor and entered the meeting room. Someone was waiting there for me. Someone I was meaning to talk to. Haruka? Horace? We both said each other's names at the same time. We need to talk. Seems like great minds think alike. I wouldn't say that. Let's go to a more private place. Come after me. I know a good place. What about the meeting? It can wait. I'll show you a place I really like. Yikes. Haruka went out of the room and I followed her. I don't like where this is going. Haruka, would you mind moving the fridge for me? You know I'm not exactly a muscle man, right? Alright then, I'll lend you my strength. With our combined power, Haruka and I push the fridge to the left. This hole looks like a giant rat lives inside it. You don't like it? I dug it myself. It's a little dusty inside. I hope you can endure it. I already went on 2 life-threatening missions. I think I can endure a little dust. A little dusty? My face in here was covered in dust, and I had a hard time breathing. The air had more dust than air. What's wrong? Forget it. If I open my mouth any longer, it'll just become a dust bowl. Battling the hardship, I continued climbing up the ladder. It was about 4 minutes until I heard the sentence I longed for. We're here. Beautiful, isn't it? I looked down. Wow, we're so high. All the demons are like small ants and buildings are like little huts. This is pretty high. I'm not so good with heights. I figured out you wouldn't be. Most smart rulers are afraid of heights, and for good reason. Do you know why I like this place? Why? You can see everything from here. All the people seem like small, easy to squash insects. This place symbolizes power. It is the beacon of importance and influence. However, Haruka gave me a small push. You almost made me fall. You see it now for yourself, right? One small push and you're gone. Horace, you and I are the people who push others and then run off to the shadows. This place shows how power and influence directly translates into danger and death. This is the essence of assassination. Now about the thing I wanted to talk to you about. Something abnormal happened to me earlier. Something so abnormal that you had to come to the rooftop to talk to me about it? You got me interested. I suddenly woke up in my bed this morning. The last thing I remember was when you pinned me on the ground in the mansion. Could it be that you've knocked me out? Now I'm not entirely sure about it. Perhaps I was given a sleeping drug by the traitor before the mission. Haruka has another Haruka inside her. Could it be an after effect of the astrothium? That shouldn't be possible. But maybe it was a special kind of astrothium. I don't know about. And then Haruka definitely doesn't want Haruka to know about her existence. Well, at least until now. The conclusions drawn from that are obvious. And the same Haruka will know it too. Although I already solved the mystery, unconsciously I ignored a significant part of the answer. A part that makes the 2 reasons I came here contradict with each other. And perhaps it can... Haruka, stop. Huh? Why should... This time let me answer. I know what the answer is. What are you talking about? You're the traitor, Haruka. What is this nonsense? How did you even reach that conclusion? Let me finish my sentences and I'll allow you to finish yours. It is not you who is the traitor. It is the other you. The other me? Sounds like the name of a rather disappointing book. Don't act dumb. You know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about a dissociative identity disorder. I thought I told you that dissociative identity disorder was disproved a numerous amount of times by respectable researchers. I thought you told me not to assume anything, even if the past implies it is true. I vaguely remember something like that. Exactly. The other Haruka told me that. Wait, The fact that she said she kind of remembers doesn't align with my theory. If it was dissociative identity disorder, she wouldn't have known anything about what happened in Alteria. But that doesn't make sense. She had all the symptoms of a dissociative identity disorder. Personality change, memory loss, he had both of them. What are you talking about? What memory loss? What personality change? I never knew anything about that. Of course you didn't, because you always lost your memories during the time where no new memories were made. During the night. Malik injected the astrophium into you to cover up your natural memory loss. We all thought you'd lost your memory because of the drug, but it was because during the night you were the other Haruka. What? During the night I sleep. Sleeping at least 12 hours is crucial to my success. Then why do you look so nervous and angry? You're tired, aren't you? Perhaps maybe I didn't sleep well. I don't think so. I think you do other stuff rather than sleeping. Stuff that only the other Haruka knows. What proof do you have? What about right now? You say you don't remember how you got in here. And I remember that your personality totally changed. A single case. Could have been another reason. She's trying hard to deny the truth. The truth that she rejected from the start. You just don't want to admit that you're wrong. Is your pride so important to you? See, you cannot give any proof. Hence, you are not correct. I'm sure there is proof that can break through her easily. Some kind of evidence. Oh, I think I got it. How did I not see that? Alright, I've got conclusive evidence. Just spit it out, I don't have all the time in the world. Our time in Alteria. What about it? Do you remember it? Of course I do. Like when you figured out the trick with the apple and the poison? Apple? Wasn't it an orange? No, I'm pretty sure it was an apple. Are you sure about it? I'll ask you a few questions to make sure. Go ahead, my memory is flawless. What was the discount on all the items at the vegetable stand? The date location is vegetable stand? Not just a normal vegetable stand, it had 75% off all items. Well, at least in the last 2 hours, we were too late. I don't remember. But I certainly do remember that when we went there, the store was closed. A state where you remember the whole thing, but not the little details. For someone that takes pride in how powerful her brain, it's not very good. What do you remember vaguely, no matter how good your memory is? Just give up, Horace. It doesn't prove anything at all. Damn it, I know I'm right, I just can't find any conclusive evidence. If I don't convince Haruka right here and now, she'll think I've gone mad, and the other Haruka will stay hidden forever. If I can't find anything, there must be another reason for that. Damn it, she's getting further and further away. Soon she'll say there's no use talking to me. Something more logical. It's now or never, I must think of a conclusive evidence in the next minute, or else she'll disregard me. I'll lose all future opportunities to convince her. It's now or never. This whole double personality thing is just a dream of yours. Wake up. It's true, I'm not dreaming. Dreaming? What was that shit? You were dreaming. It's obvious. Did you fall on your head? Think about it. What were you dreaming all those memories in Alteria? Impossible. Why? Okay, maybe it's possible, but the probability of that is infinitesimal. Not to mention, you don't have a single piece of evidence. It's just a wild assumption. Good, let me continue with the wild assumptions. I think the other Haruka manipulated her dream before she went to bed. Then while the other Haruka slept, it switched to you, and thus you experienced all the memories of that day in your sleep. Again, even more wild assumptions to attach your crazy theory. Besides, you said that I'm conscious during the day and the other Haruka during the night. So how could it be that I was conscious during the night in Alteria and the other Haruka during the day? Haruka, are you just playing dumb? Are you playing dumb just to create a logic gap in my theory? The night and day in hell and Alteria are reversed. So if you're conscious during the day here, you'll be conscious during the night there. Fine, you caught me in that, but you still don't have a shred of evidence. Do I? I don't think so. Stop bluffing, I do remember everything from Alteria. Not exact details, but still. Even if you find some details that I don't remember correctly, that won't prove anything. And since I remember everything, you don't have a way to confirm your stupid theory. Like a flash of lightning, the smoking gun appears before my eyes. Even though the thought process to find it was supposed to be complex, I found it instantly. Like some kind of deity is powering up my brain and shooting ideas at me. Now I have a way to prove it. Listen well. Maybe you'll learn something. You dare to lecture me? Now that I finally beat Haruka in a battle of wits, I'm going to enjoy it a bit. Yes. Do you remember the last day we were in Alteria? Of course I do. Where are you going with this? During the day, we teleported to hell when it was the middle of the night there. I remember sleeping for 2 hours at most, so I imagine you slept the same hours I did, since we both went to sleep at the same time. Now I heard that during the sleep, the stage of dreaming, and usually comes after 2 hours, which means that you dreamt about a fraction of the memories of the day we left Altaria. I'm sure the other Haruka completed the other missing details later, but I want to focus on the day after we got to Hell. The day we only had partial memories. You surely remember that we chased after the thieves in the sewers, right? Yes. Now try to get inside the memories of the past Haruka, the Haruka that just arrived in Hell after a long trip in Altaria. Did that Haruka remember that we chased the thief in the sewers? No. I heard that, so you don't remember. That means that my theory is correct. Stop acting like a clown. Perhaps it's because you don't know much about magic, but no one can manipulate dreams to such a degree. No, there is someone. An incubus. What? Don't be absurd. There's no proof of the existence of an actual incubus. There is. Throughout all the previous nights, my dreams were manipulated by that incubus. That's insane. You're insane. How am I insane? My logic works. There must be some other explanation. There just has to be. Just give me time and... I see, so there's no way to convince you that I'm right. Looks like I'll have to use that. Even against Haruka's will. The hand in my pocket strokes the dusty and crumpled cover of the Lemegeton. You leave me no choice. I pull the book out. Haruka's eyes widen in surprise. Ars Goita. The Lemegeton opens by itself, emitting the creepy pale light. I can feel the power coming out of its pages. Horace, what the fuck do you think you're doing? Ars Goita. Stop right now! Haruka pointed her dagger at me. Ars Paulina. The magic within the pages slowly penetrated my skin, flowing within my blood. So much power within one book, I can feel it. Whatever, I'll just decline your attempt to split my soul in half. Ars Almado. No, you won't, Haruka. Because deep within your heart, you know that I'm correct. Ars Notoria. The entire might of the Lemegeton burst out. I felt the power leave my body and go straight towards Haruka's direction. I finally see it. It's so beautiful. My whole kingdom during the day is the most beautiful sight in the whole world. Oh, my children are so beautiful. And even more beautiful than my children is you, Horace. Who are you? Even though I know the answer, I still asked, hoping that the answer would be different than what I have in mind. From the corner of my eye, I spotted a figure approaching both of us. The figure carried a dagger and pointed it towards me. What is happening here? Who is she? Why does she look like me? I think Horace perfectly answered those 3 questions earlier. My name is Iziorat, the true queen of hell. Someone more important than an arm. And as for your looks, you look nothing like me. Those dark and cruel eyes are yours alone. No, this cannot be. It breaks all the limits of logic. You were not inside me. I thought you were supposed to be the logical one among us. Are your eyes lying to you? My mind blanked out in confusion. It was unthinkable that the Demon King was so close to me all this time. Moreover, the one who was inside me all this time was my... Yes, the Demon Queen / King. The traitor. Yes. Before Iziorat managed to finish her sentence, Haruka slashed her neck in lightning speed. Blood splashed all over the place. Iziorat's clothes were painted red and Haruka's face was splattered with blood. You just killed... It's done. We win. The goal was achieved. It was over so fast. When you need to kill, kill. Don't talk. Still can't believe we assassinated the Demon King. Or Demon Queen, for that matter. Well, I just need to wash this blood off my face and tell the rest of the Order it's over. But there's no blood on your face. What are you talking about? I just killed... Excuse me? It wasn't very polite to kill someone in the middle of a sentence. I was in total shock. Iziorat just stood there, completely unharmed. All the blood on the floor was gone and her clothes returned to their normal colour. Impossible, you're supposed to die. All the arms are dead. You're just as killable as everyone else. I don't mean to be rude, but did you consider the possibility that one of the arms is still alive? Does that mean I was fooled? Dr. Haruka von Feistel was fooled yet again. I cannot accept that. Sorry, don't yell at me. Is this really how the Demon Queen behaves? Is this how the final villain behaves? By definition, she definitely is, but... Seeing her like that, much to my surprise, gives me an urge to protect her. Yes, I just said that. Protect the fucking Demon Queen. I'm disgusted at myself, but I can't shake off this feeling. This is the girl I fell in love with. This is the girl I risked my life for. How did you trick me? I'm the most intelligent being on this planet. Well, our intelligence is supposed to be equal after all. Yet we are still complete opposites. While you're a master of logic, my strength lies in emotional intelligence. After all, we were meant to fight each other for eternity. By who? Who meant that? A tall and blonde human. Someone who looks just like you. A man with crystal eyes and the kindest smile. The one I hate yet love the most. You didn't answer my question. How did you trick me? Well, it's pretty embarrassing to say, but I know you like the back of my hand. I can predict exactly what you'll do at any moment, and every situation. And using my natural gift of emotional intelligence, I know exactly how you affect your surroundings. Additionally, my position gives me an overwhelming advantage. For example, the fake studies regarding dissociative identity disorder were a direct order from the Queen. Those studies dated up to 40,000 years ago. I'm just 600 years old. No, that's wrong. You're just as old as me. 40,318 years old. Impossible. I know for a fact that I'm 600 years old. All it takes is for a very strong memory eraser to make you think you were reborn. Those cycles are 600 years. I know the formula well enough by now. For you study, then you learn that you're a super genius. Then you achieve everything easily. Then you're bored with victories. Then you start to do horrible things to others just to test your abilities. Then, in your frustration, you try to do impossible things just to see if you can fail. And in the end, I always stop you from hurting others. It describes my life so accurately, it's scary. Of course it is, it describes every life you've ever had. Sorry, my frustration just burst out for a second. I'm really sorry you had to see that. That brings me to my main point. Why I desperately need your help, Horace. I want to stop you, Haruka. I need to destroy you. As long as you live, you will continue tormenting others and hurt them. Since both you and I will live forever, you have to be stopped. Eternal life, what are you talking about? I won't explain anything to you. Do you want to feel the warmth of my dagger again? I won't tell you, otherwise you'll surely ruin my plans. The point is, Horace, only you can stop this limitless source of evil. Didn't you order to enslave all the humans? Why should I trust you? Aren't you actually the evil one? Yes, that's true. I harbor great hate for humanity. Except one. I won't deny that if you will choose to follow me, bad things will happen to Altaria. But I'm not talking about genocide. It's more like enslaving them for an extended period of time, like 100 years or so. Leaving Haruka alive will result in bad things for both demons and the humans. I can't promise you that she'll spare the humans, or won't try to kill your leader and plunge your kingdom into total chaos like she wants to do to mine. She will probably even attempt to kill you. Isn't that right, Haruka? Yes, it's correct, although I'm not for total annihilation of all the humans. And as for the question of trust, I already told you why you should trust me. Because I love you. I love you so much. You're exactly like him. Appearance, personality, everything. I used the order to check that. And you would never betray me, right? You even risked your life for me at the party, just like Thomas did. And I know you love me too. My emotional intelligence told me that. Come with me, let's try again. This time you'll accept me for who I am. You won't abandon me again, right? Horace, remember who she is. She's the enemy. She's the enemy of the humans, therefore she is your enemy. Don't listen to her. This is the biggest decision I've ever made and probably ever will. But I'm not shaking. I'm not faltering. I already know what choice I'm going to make. I've known the answer for quite a long time, but now it's the time to say it out loud. I'll follow you, Ijirate. Choosing you will make me a traitor, right, Ijirate? Yes, that means you should betray your species. But maybe it won't. Maybe my loyalty shouldn't be to one race or another. Spending my time here, I realize that demons aren't so different from humans. Their emotions and thoughts are just as complex as ours. If all of us are basically the same, isn't it stupid to be loyal to just one side? My loyalty should be for the entire world, and especially myself. Haruka, I cannot let you roam free in this world, and I am willing to betray Altaria for that. I don't have a problem for part of the population to suffer temporarily if it means exterminating an eternal source of evil. Besides, I should go with my heart. My heart says Ijirate. You traitor bastard. Ijirate, let me say this properly. I love you. It wasn't love from first sight, but after everything we went through, I feel like we're destined to be together. Nothing makes me happier than hearing that, Horace. This is a dream come to life. I agree, we're definitely destined to be. Let's build a better world together. The sound of air being sliced barely reached my ears before Haruka flashed before me. The dagger in her hand was aimed toward my neck. I looked death in the eye. Will it be fast? Haruka stabbed my neck in full force. Instead of penetrating it and killing me, it got squashed and became a mishmash of steel. It was like my neck became as hard as diamond. That was my favourite dagger. I won't say it surprises me that the Demon Queen knows how to use magic. Count 56,793. What are you even counting? The total number of lives I've saved by stopping you. I was prepared for that, Haruka. I know how your mind works. Horace, you're my ally. I will never abandon my allies. Speaking of allies, the entire might of the army of hell is at your disposal as well. You can come out now. Haruka snapped her fingers. Yes, Lady Ijirate. At least 20 demons jumped out from the sky. Weird, I swear that even when I looked at the sky earlier, there wasn't anything out of the ordinary. Now there's a giant balloon 10 meters above us. Hot air balloons were invented 1,020 years ago by you, Haruka. I just added a touch of invisibility with a little bit of magic. You're coming with us, lady. Do not attempt to catch her alive. She is immortal anyway. Hey, you know your goons will never catch me. About 15 guards charged at Haruka from all directions. You two there. Make sure Horace is safe. Yes, our queen. 2 demons protected me with their body while escorting me to Ijirate's side. This is not the end. Haruka masterfully evaded the blows of 15 guards simultaneously, and even managed to give a few strikes of her own. A warning to you, Horace. Sleep with one eye open. Haruka jumped back to the dusty hole in which she came from. About half the guards followed her. Phew, I thought I was totally going to die there. If it wasn't for Ijirate suddenly hugged me. Her tiny arms grasped at the back of my shirt. While rubbing her cheek against my chest, she whispered to me, I'm so glad you're safe. Honestly, I was very afraid something would go wrong. Either that, or you won't see the truth and will side with Haruka, or even worse, that I won't react in time and she'll be able to kill you. But being able to hug you right now, feel the warmth of your body, it relieves me so much. It fills my heart with happiness. At the start I was a bit afraid from entering this new world, but I've seen that demons are not that different from humans. They have ambitions, emotions, preferences, personalities, and seeing you right here with me makes me believe I can find happiness in this new world too. I stroked Ijirate's hair. Did something happen? Sorry, just the way you pet my head. The pattern and the surface of your hand. Everything is just like him. Anyway, let's go to my palace. We have a lot to talk about. What about Haruka? Don't worry about her. She went in to blow up some explosives she hid in the base. It sounds very worrisome. The thing is that I destroyed the explosives right before I switched with Haruka this morning. Besides, I've seen after her 10 elite children of mine. There's nothing to fear. It must be refreshing to have someone do the dirty work for you in the order. You had to do everything for yourself. You forgot that I'm a prince too, although I'm a prince of a kingdom on a deathbed. I felt a pinch in my heart. Let's go through the stairs. I don't like dusty places. Neither. I held Ijirate's hand as we went down the stairs, with 10 guards escorting us. We got down fairly quickly considering the fact that Ijirate clung to me in every chance she had. Even in the carriage, she insisted on resting on my shoulder. Not that I'm complaining, it's just weird when suddenly someone shows a lot of affection toward me. So what do you think of my carriage? I can't really see anything. Of course you don't. I specifically brought this carriage for today. I know just how tired you are. You barely got any proper sleep on that cold hard ground, right? I want to spend as much time as I can with you, but your health is much more important. My eyes began closing, bit by bit. The strange aroma in the carriage, and the gentle warmth. You might be right, I really am tired. I didn't even manage to complete my sentence and I already fell asleep. Okay, we're gonna wrap this one up here, because I think shit is about to hit the fan. But that was crazy. I did not expect that, honestly. I probably should have, because all the hints were there, but wow. Crazy pants. How could I side with Haruka? She is absolutely psychotically evil. The Demon Queen seems like a decent person, I guess. Anyway, I'll see what happens next. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for getting out for me, and I'll see you in the next one.